Hey, good night, everyone. Hey, this is Coach Junior here, and I just want to make this short, simple video for you. And it's something that I've been learning lately, and I think is very, very important, especially if you are building your business as a new coach, as a Team Beachbody coach. I think that is something that you have to know for sure. And it's something that I usually teach my team to always be aware of. And we're going to talk about social media tonight. Okay, social media could be Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever you use for your business. Uh, Whatever social media is the one that you always use, it is important to know that that media that you're using is very, very powerful. It could be your ally, but also could be your enemy. So you have to be very, very careful with all the distractions and things that you can find in your social media. So I'm just gonna focus more in Facebook tonight because that's the one that I use the most. Okay. So, like I said, you have to be very careful because all the distractions that you can find in social media could be very, very damaging for your business. Okay, so I'm just gonna start saying what is that I do as a coach every day for my business. Okay, as you guys know, I'm still working for full time. I work in another company, as a full time employee, and I do coaching as a part time. Okay, so this is how I just manage my time so I can just get things done in my business. Okay, so the first thing that you do in the morning, or this is what I do again. The first thing that I do in the morning is just to wake up with a great attitude. Okay, an attitude of gratitude. Okay, wake up with energy, with passion for things that are gonna happen this day for you. Of course, then you go and pray to Heavenly Father, for help, for guidance, for things that you need. So that is my first thing every morning. Wake up with a great attitude and praying to Heavenly Father for guidance during the day. Okay. Once when I'm done with that, I start getting ready for work, and I just start heading to work. My drive to work is about 45 minutes, maybe an hour sometimes, and in that time is when I listen personal development. Okay, so it helped me a lot. That's a good time. That's the time that I have for my personal development. So I usually do maybe like half hour or a little bit more if I have time. If I don't have to make any phone calls or anything in the morning. So that's what I do in the morning. Then get to work and I just make my Shakeology. Okay, that gives me the energy. I like it. It's what helps me to keep going during the day, and that's what I do. Okay, so that's my first thing that I do in the morning, and then I just get into my routine. Starting working on everything. Then I have a lunch break for 1 hour, and I usually does what I do in my lunch break is just scroll my Facebook, what's going on, and see my friends and see what's going on. Make some a little post or something like that. Nothing related to business. I have nothing. I don't do anything related with my business in this hour. That's my time to scroll Facebook and check my notifications and everything like that. If I need to call Ashley or family or my sister or anybody. Okay, then I just keep working until 5 o'clock. Okay, once when it's 5 o'clock, I have to leave, and I get in my car. And if I have to make again, it's like 45 minutes to go home. So if I have to make any phone calls, if I have to, follow up with anybody, that is the perfect time for me because when I go home, I just try to be present for my kids and my wife. So I like to be helping in the home and just playing with the kids, doing homework, and just being a father and a husband. Okay, that's what I like to do. So if I have to make any phone calls, the best time for me is when I'm driving. Okay, so I try to just make one or two phone calls just to follow up with anything. Then again, I just get home and just play with my kids and just do my routine and do my things. I do my workout and I start getting ready for the night. And around 8:30 is when I put my kids in bed, so they just go to sleep, and that's when my power hour begins. Okay, so now you may think like, what is the power hour? Power hours is just the name of the activities that you do for your business. This could be 1 hour, it could be 20 minutes for some people, it could be more than an hour. In my case, it's usually about like 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours every day, from Monday to Friday. So, what did I do in this power hour? There is a few things that I do, that I'm gonna share with you. But before I do that, I just wanna tell you the three things that are a must do in this power hour. So the first one is invite at least 3, 4 people every day to join your business. Okay. So if you add up 3 people every day for 5 days, we're talking about 15 people. Okay. From these 15 people, you need to find 4 or 5 people that you are connected and you could share what is the coaching opportunity. Okay, the Beachbody coaching opportunity. So with these 5 people, you start like talking with them, building relationship, and just trying to find anything in their life that you could do to help them. Okay, so with these 5 people. So the other thing that you do in this power hour, or that I do, is just to add 2 people every day to my network. So how do I do that? I just add people, in Facebook or friends of my friends, or I just go to Instagram too, and I start following people and start, seeing what they do, and I start asking questions. That's how I just basically start adding people to my network. And another thing that I do is just try to find 5 people that you can start building relationship, connecting with them, or reconnecting. If they are friends that you already know and you haven't talked to them, you try to reconnect, try to rebuild this friendship again. Or if you have never talked to them, those are new things. You start asking, you start forming people, you start asking what do they do, what their passion, what they like to do for fun. You need to see their parents, kind of like be real, be true. Like you don't have to fake it, you don't have to. And this is nothing about Beachbody. Okay, when you're building a relationship with people, you have to know that you're helping people. You want to be there for people. So it's nothing about business. It's nothing about things that you have to do to advance in your business. No, building relationship is just being you and helping others. To find themselves and things like that. So those are the 3 must do that I do every day. After I'm done with those, I start checking in my challenge group, responding my emails. If I have to make another phone call or a text or anything else, that's the time for me to do. Okay, and sometimes at this point, I'm being like a coach for about almost 3 years. So I usually do a little bit more than 2 hours. I have more than 5 people to build relationship and just like having conversations every day. And today I probably have about probably like 15, 20 people that and start building relationship with them, and I try to be very careful because you have to be respectful with people as well. So when you're building relationship, you're talking with junior, make sure that you're talking with junior. It's not that I'm gonna have like 20 windows open and just chatting with everybody at the same time. That's not what we do it. Okay, you have to be present for people. You have if you're talking with junior, you make sure that you're talking with him 100%, that you're paying attention to his questions and his needs, so you can be there. And when you're done, could be 5 minutes, 10, 20, whatever, I don't know. Then you move to the next one and so on. Okay? So that's what I do. I like to be a little bit more organized in that part, so I'm not like all over the place. And because if you are all over the place, you are not paying attention to this to one person at a time. Okay, so that's basically what I do as a coach, and that's my day. That's my time. For some people, could be a little bit, more time. So now you may think right now, okay, Junior get this all under control. No, I don't. I'm still learning. I'm still working on. Life goes on. Sometimes you get sick. Kids start crying after 8 o'clock. They don't go to bed until 9:30 or 10, or something happened. Life events that happens that 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 you have to you have to face it, and then help challenge you also to make some changes in your schedule and do things. Sometimes I go to bed at 11, sometimes I have to go to bed at 2, but I have goals. We have a business that we have to take care of, and that's what it is. Okay, I know that I know what I'm doing, and I know sometimes are better than the others. So especially when you are in Facebook, Instagram, you have to be very, very careful. And that's something that I always address with my coaches, my new coaches, that you have to be very careful because you could be very distracted in Facebook. You can be doing your power hour, and then in the time that you are like doing your posting and everything, because that's another thing that I do. I schedule my post for the next day because I'm usually at work, so I don't have time to do anything. But at night, in my power hour, I usually, type a few posts for the next day. Okay, so so you have to be very careful because you are so limited of time. If you are like me, like your husband, a father, and a full-time employee, you have very limited time. So you have to be really disciplined in things that you do. So when I'm in Facebook and I'm doing my power hours, I make sure that all the notification in the Facebook in the window stay there. If I'm like typing an email or talking with somebody and somebody, message me, I make sure that they can just gonna be there until my schedule tells me that I'm going to that person. Okay, so I make sure to respect people's time, but I also make sure that I do what I have to do for my business. Okay, because notifications, emails, those are people's need. Those are things they need, they want to ask you, that have nothing to do with you and your business. So I make sure that I'm really organized, and these power hours is about my business. It's about what I have to do. And then after, I just go and help the rest of my team with questions, emails, and things that I have to do. So I really hope that this video help you to understand that distractions could be everywhere in social media, and they could be very, very damaging for your business, but they also could be an ally for you. So make sure to use use the social media. It's the way that you can reach out to many, many people. You can just do a video, you can just talk to somebody in Canada right there. You can video conference people. It's amazing. It's something that is beyond words. Like it's amazing, as you know. But I hope this video helped you to understand that distractions in social media are there for you. So make sure to be disciplined in everything that you do. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. And you guys have a good night. Thank you for logging in. All right, good night.